First of all, it is my birthday today, so happy birthday to me. I am 17 years old officially, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually filming quite a few videos today because Hurricane Sandy is on its way to destroy my state and blow out all of our power and our internet and everything, so I want to get a bunch of them filmed and privated so I can upload them easily and such. So anyway, I'm here with a video where I answer your questions on Tumblr, and I don't really know what to call these. I'll probably come up with something eventually. Today, I'll be answering a bunch of questions from you guys on my Tumblr page, which is sophisticated.tumblr.com. Link will be in the description box. So Anonymous says, I'm writing this in tears, pathetic ones too. I've never liked a guy until this one guy came along. We talked and texted all the time for hours at a time. I was starting to think he liked me a lot, but it's obvious he doesn't. I care about him too much to tell him how I feel and make him feel guilty, but I'm crying because I thought this was it, my first love. My expectations were so high and they were crushed all in one iChat conversation. Katie, how do you get over this? God bless. So first of all, I have to agree with you on the part about high expectations, because whenever I talk to a guy or whenever I get a crush or develop a sort of crush on a guy, I always get really high expectations because I feel like, wow, I really like this guy, he must like me too, when obviously life doesn't really work like that all the time. I mean, obviously there's going to be the one someday who's going to feel the same about me as I feel about them, but until then, like, you have to realize that there are so many people on this planet. Maybe if you like this guy, he might not feel the same way, and you're gonna have to deal with that because, you know, there's so many other fish in the sea, right? If you get crushed and you fall from such a high to a low. It's not very fun, and I get where you're coming from with this because it's just really hard sometimes to be let down by a guy because you feel really embarrassed and just kind of pathetic. You know, love and relationships is a very tough thing, especially when the feelings aren't mutual. Mutual. Did I say that right? Mutual. Yeah. You said that it's obvious that he doesn't like you, but how do you know unless you ask him? Definitely don't give up all hope until it's completely over and he says he doesn't like you. So I guess the advice that I'd give this person is just to not give up unless you know the verdict, you know, exactly, and to also just tell yourself you're awesome because you are. And you say, like, how do you get over it? How do you move on? And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna take a little while before you're completely over this person, but it will happen eventually when it's meant to, or it might not at all. Who knows? Because I'm going through a similar thing. Like, I really liked this guy, it didn't work out, and I still cannot get him off of my mind. So you never know. It might take a little while, but hopefully it'll happen for both of us when we just move on and some other guy comes into our lives, you know? It'll happen. I have faith in it. Okay, so the next question also comes from Anonymous, and it says, how to stand out to a guy. I like him so much, I subtly flirt, but I'd really like to know how to find some other way to make myself more noticed. Okay, so, snapshot. To stand out to a guy, you have to first be completely yourself. You can't fake things, you can't lie to make yourself seem cooler, you can't, no. Guys will see right through you. People in general will see right through you. Like, if you constantly live a lie, like, people are gonna find out eventually. So don't lie about things to make yourself seem cooler. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I love that football game, and not understand anything about football. Like, the guy is gonna find out eventually. You have to find someone who gets you and who likes everything about you, even if they're not things that are so awesome, like the fact that I don't get sports. Like, eventually guys can understand that, but right now all the guys in my school think I'm a lunatic. I guess that I kind of stand out to people, or just not necessarily guys, just people in general, just because I have my YouTube channel and I do what I love and stuff like that, and I'm living my life for me. And in order for people to kind of be like, oh, that's so-and-so, I know her because she stands out from everybody else, you have to live your life for you and do things you enjoy and just not be afraid of people judging you, because people are going to judge you. We are just sinful by nature, so obviously you're gonna be judged. People are gonna look at you and be like, oh, she looks ridiculous, or oh, she's kind of weird. They're gonna look at you and they're gonna discriminate and they're going to scrutinize you. It's just a given. So why not be scrutinized for being yourself and for doing things that you love and stuff like that? Like, I don't even care anymore if people are gonna judge me. It's gonna happen. People are going to not always love you, and you have to be okay with that, because that's just how humans are. That's how we live. Which I don't really get it half the time. I don't really understand why people can be so cruel, but it just happens, and that's how it is. This is kind of turning into a rant. I did not mean for that to happen. Basically, you just have to start living for yourself and be yourself, and then you'll stand out to people. And guys, because you have to love yourself before guys are going to be able to love you. You know, that's how I see it. My ex-boyfriend says that he trusts me and he's getting personal and he wants to talk to me personally, but I don't trust him since he cheated on me. But he ignores me at school and now I just don't know what to do. First of all, he cheated on you. Second of all, he ignores you at school. This is my personal opinion, of course. This whole video is comprised of my opinions on these situations, and I'm going to say don't even give him a chance, okay? I'm a strong believer in second chances when they are deserved, when they are worked for, okay? If it was a little bit different, if maybe he cheated on you or he's your ex-boyfriend and then he made a strong effort to get back in your life, not ignoring you at school and such, then maybe you'd give him a chance depending on everything that goes on in your head. But for me, I am not going to give someone who cheated on me and who ignores me at school a second chance ever. Don't get down on his level, okay? You can do so much better than that. Obviously, he still kind of wants to be friends with you because he's texting you, so you shouldn't give up all hope on him. But until he learns to actually treat you like a human being, I would not give him a chance romantically. That's just how I see it. Obviously, do what you want, it's your life. Hi Katie, I'm currently dealing with self-harm and was wondering if you could give me any advice. I look up to you in your videos all the time. So the first thing that I ever tell anyone who's dealing with self-harm or just anything like that is to go get help. You need something a little bit more. You need something either medical or something that's going to help you through it, because you don't deserve to live like this. You don't deserve to be living in pain and in fear, and that's just not, no, you deserve so much better than that. So I definitely recommend going to see a therapist. Obviously tell your parents, tell counselors, tell your friends, and you will get help, you will find help. I am promising you that you can move on from this, you can get better. I have never considered or really dealt with self-harm personally, but I've had friends who have cut and they've gone and gotten help and they have gotten better. And so that's definitely what I recommend to people who are dealing with it or whoever considering it. And if you are ever just in a low point of your life and you're like, this is the only thing I can do, I can either commit suicide or cut myself or something, don't do it, because you have the rest of your life to live. High school is very tough and it's very hard to get through sometimes, but you have the rest of your life ahead of you. You can do so many amazing things and learn from this. You can grow from it. So don't let it conquer you. Don't let it bring you down. Okay, so Anonymous asked me, are you happy with your grades right now? What classes are you taking as a junior? Any APs? Question mark. So I guess I should probably tell you guys about my grades and how that typically goes. I usually get all A's and B's. The only time I got a C was last year in chemistry because I was really bad at chemistry and my teacher didn't really like me very much, so it didn't really go well. I got a C, and I had mono, so that kind of is the reason for that. But I usually get all A's and B's, and the B's are usually high B's. Like, I don't slack. I try so hard, but in the end, I'm a really bad test taker. I'm taking 2 APs currently. I'm taking AP US History and AP Environmental Science. I'm taking an honors interactive media class. I'm taking a photography class. Like, I'm taking fun classes, but I'm also taking 2 APs. Where I live, a lot of people take 4 to 5 APs, but I'm only taking 2 because I don't want to overwork myself. And I just want to focus on me and my videos and things and figuring out what the heck I want to do with my life, because at this point I'm really unsure. Okay, so I thought that I would squeeze a beauty question into the mix, and this one is from Anonymous, and it says, what is your all-time favorite What is your all-time favorite mascara? And I actually have 2 that I love layering, and I thought I'd show you guys. This is the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express, and this is the Lash Blast Volume. I already have really long lashes to begin with, so I feel like I just need a lot more volume because I have long, like, thin lashes, so giving more volume is always nice. So I love layering these. I usually use the blue one first and then the orange one. These are both from the drugstore and I love them a lot, so definitely recommend these mascaras. So I'm gonna answer one more question, then I'm gonna let you guys go on with your lives. There's this guy and he always stares, and when I look over, he makes a cute face, and then he always stands by me and he flirts a lot and genuinely smiles and all this other stuff. Do you think he could like me, or am I just overthinking and assuming? I think personally this guy likes you. Okay, I'm no, like, relationship wizard. I don't know how to decode every flirtatious move that guys do, but from what you've described, this guy seems like he really likes you, and you should definitely give him a chance. I don't really know whether you're overassuming. I have this habit of overassuming all the time, thinking a guy is head over heels in love with me when he really just doesn't even know who I am. Like, that happens to me all the time. But obviously, don't get your hopes too high up that anything's gonna come of this, just because you never know. I don't want you to be crushed. or anything, because that has happened to me. I wish someone told me that. But obviously don't completely dismiss this because you think that you're over-assuming, because who knows, like, life sometimes has a good way of working out and making things awesome. Sometimes it could go the other way, easily. If you are feeling mutual and you like him also, go after him and just be like, hi, I'm Katy, or I don't know if you know him or not, but like, hi, I'm Katy, I like you. Or you can just wait for him to come to you. It really depends on what kind of person you are and how you feel. But I would probably go with the first one and be like, so I've noticed you staring. No, that would be weird. Take a picture, it lasts longer. Just kidding. Okay, maybe I would say that. So that concludes this week's Tumblr advice video. I don't know whether to make this a weekly thing. Let me know by thumbsing up this video if you guys want to see this again. And also, by the way, I have not concluded that contest that I began like forever ago for that necklace, or for your choice of a necklace. So I'm going to pull the winner and I'm going to post their username right here. So if this is your username, I'll be direct messaging you on Twitter within the next 48 hours and you'll be the winner. So awesome! I'll talk to you guys all in the next video. So bye!